During the Vietnam War, army got hold of such a chemical. If he would spray it on the wounds of the wounded, their bleeding would stop immediately. Then indeed, no matter how deep the wound is, this chemical saved thousands of lives. And you will be surprised to know that this chemical is present in every house. Once again, welcome viewers to Unscripted Lens TV videos have many things used in daily life, which was invented not on purpose but by mistake. First we look. Who knew on Coca-Cola that one stroke of the sword will make the world's most famous soft drink? Yes, it is. In 1865, Dr. Pemberton, who was given the rank of lieutenant colonel by the American Army, during the Battle of Columbus, he was stabbed in the chest by a sword. This wound was so painful that Dr. Pemberton started using morphine. It is an addictive drug which was used only then. When no medicine worked, the wound healed. But another trouble befell. He was now addicted to morphine, and they wanted to get rid of it. Alcohol and cocaine were not considered bad at that time, and anyone could buy and use it. They made such a medicine for themselves, in which cola nuts and the juice of plants called damiana were added. And on top of that, the mixture of cocaine and alcohol also worked as an alcoholic drink as well as a painkiller, which was named Pemberton's French wine coca. That is, they had adopted another habit to give up one habit. After nearly 20 years, in 1886, the NTL Qualim campaign was launched, in which a law was passed against alcohol and cocaine. The owner of the local pharmacy store told Pemberton that he now had to remove the alcohol and cocaine from his French wine coca. For this purpose, Dr. Pemberton conducted some experiments in which he made a mixture of only cola nuts and coca leaves. He used to conduct various experiments and get the pharmacy store owner to do the test. But by mistake he added carbonated water along with only in an experiment. The owner of the pharmacy liked it so much that he suggested selling it as a refreshing drink rather than a headache. Now, because this drink is cola and made by mixing coca leaves, it was for this reason that it was sold as a refreshing drink by giving it the name of Coca-Cola. The world's first Coca-Cola was sold for just 5 cents, and Pemberton knew that one day it will definitely become the national drink. Due to his illness and bankruptcy, he sold his drink formula to famous business tycoon Asa Griggs Candler for only $238. Today, the market value of Coca-Cola is 260 billion US dollars, which is about 22100 billion rupees. No, 5. Did you know that there was such a chemical during the Vietnam War who had saved the lives of thousands of wounded soldiers? Doctors used to spray this chemical on soldiers' wounds as first aid, which used to dry up the wound forum and the bleeding stopped. This chemical was none other than superglue, which is present in every home. And most interestingly, superglue was also invented by mistake. During World War II, the biggest problem faced by the soldiers was that when they fired their guns, the target did not hit the right place. To solve this problem, the US Army needed such a target, which is made of clear plastic, so that everything can be easily seen through it. A team of chemical engineers was hired to make the plastic for this, in which Dr. Harry Carr was also present. These people, in the process of making clear plastic, created a chemical that was excessively adhesive. This chemical called cyanoacrylate failed to target the guns. After 9 years in 1951, Dr. Harry Carr was working at Kodak Company when some experiments were being done here to make the canopy of the jet engine, i.e. its cover. On this occasion, Dr. Harry Carr once again introduced the cyanorhalite to him. But this time too the chemical was rejected for being too reactive. Coincidentally, at that time, another chemist at Kodak had a refractometer broken. Then Dr. Harry Carr came up with the idea that he already had a solution, and it was none other than cyanoacrylate. With the help of this chemical, they connected their expensive refractometers in seconds. It was that time when Dr. Harry realizes that the chemical he has created binds things forever in a short amount of time, and there is no need for a hat. In 1958, Kodak began selling this chemical in the East under the name 910, which was later named superglue. In addition to joining objects, superglue was also used to record fingerprints in forensic investigations. They react with an invisible fingerprint, and within minutes, when the superglue dries and hardens, fingerprints are hidden in it. In addition to all these uses, superglue kits have also been used as first aid to stop bleeding. But never try this method at home. Number 4 is to check the blood pressure and to tighten the children's shoes, or wrap the charger wire of the mobile laptop and keep it closed. Hook and loop tape, often called Velcro, is a must-have in every household. But do you know that the idea of his invention was born on an occasion when in 1941 an electrical engineer named George de Mestral went hiking with his dog on the Alps. Burdock plant seeds repeatedly stuck to their socks and their dog during the walk. They noticed that burdock stuck to their clothes with just the slightest touch. He sent some and took it home with him. Where they were seen with a microscope, it was found that the tip of the thorns of this set is made like a hook, which is easily stuck in the small loops on the clothes. This plant is naturally made like this, that it spreads its seeds through passing animals. George de Mestral found this method quite surprising. He wanted to use this method to make something useful. So he made his invention public in 1955 and also registered in his name. Hook and loop tape comes in two parts. One contains only boxes and the second tape has nylon loops. These two stick together as soon as they touch each other, as burdock seeds stick to cloth. Today Velcro is made in 7 countries and around 2,500 employees work in this company. No, 3. Before World War II, houses used coal instead of heaters, but due to this, black smoke would stick throughout the house. Then plaids were invented, which were used to remove caulking. But after World War II, natural gas was used as a heater. Noah and Joseph's Play-Doh invention was no longer useful, but after some years in 1950, Joseph noticed that his sister, who was a school teacher, she was giving these blankets to her students to make models of different things. From there, she got an idea and she got the Rainbow Crafts company registered and started selling it for children to play with. In addition to No. 2 base maker and penicillin, the invention of blood thinners in the medical industry was essentially accidental. It was in 1920 when a strange disease was noticed in animals. In this disease, they start bleeding internally, from which even the cut animals died. Research has shown that their blood has become quite thin due to eating a special fungus that freezes on grass. When this fungus was considered in detail, so a special chemical was found in it, which actually thinned their blood quite a bit. This chemical was later named warfarin. But before it was given to heart attack and stroke patients, it was used as a rat killer for the next 30 years. After 1950, it was decided to use warfarin on humans as well. The first patients who used this life-saving medicine were US President David Dyson Howard, who had a heart attack in 1955. and the use of warfarin saved his life. And now the number one greatest achievement of humans was burning energy. Ever since man learned to burn fire, it has always tried to facilitate this process. Before matches, lighting a fire used to be a very laborious task. So one used to place a wooden stick on another wood and operate it like a drill. In 1827, a British pharmacist, John Boker, was experimenting with some chemicals. He was mixing the chemicals with the stick. He accidentally placed it next to the bonfire in his room. Suddenly, the chemical on the wood immediately caught fire. After that, they came up with the idea of making matchsticks. This chemical was a mixture of potassium chlorate and antimony sulfide. John Walker's invention was so successful that since then every house has a machete. But John Walker did not patent his invention. People copied his formula and started making new versions of matches when he died in 1859. Since then, he is believed to be the inventor of the matchstick. People will also like and share this video of Unscripted Lens TV. Thank you very much for your kind comments. In the next wonderful video,